too. I pinned down the cardboard stencil that we have, and I made a 1-inch outline around it. This is going to give us room to actually sew it down, or if you want to use fabric glue or a hot glue gun, it's totally up to you. I'm sure that you guys are probably like, this is Oscar. Well, it's not, it's Melissa, because Oscar needed some friends. I saw a comment in which someone wrote that Oscar needed friends, so I totally took that advice and I made a pink Oscar, but it's not actually Oscar, it's Melissa. And I really want to make Oscar a puppy friend as well. I think that would be really, really cute. Right now, I just cut off the extra fabric and now I'm just sewing it down. This is the easiest stitch ever, going over and under with my needle. I ordered a sewing kit online, which still hasn't showed up yet. I talked about it in a tutorial. I think it was the Star Plush video, and it still isn't here yet, so I'm using my dark blue color of thread for this. Don't forget to leave an opening space, and now I'm just removing the cardboard off of the pillowcase and I'm going to flip it over. Now is the time to draw on the face. I'm using fabric paint for this, but you can also use felt if you don't have fabric paint. And this is pretty self-explanatory. I'm just making the usual Oscar face, but it's just pink. Using some pillow stuffing, I'm stuffing in the pillow. You can also open up an old pillow that you may have and just take out the stuffing and use that as well. Or you can also find pillow stuffing at Walmart. Finally, I'm closing it down with some hot glue. There is Melissa all done. I'm seriously obsessed. She's so adorable. Moving on to the cactus jewelry holder, you will be needing polymer clay. If you don't have polymer clay, you can also use air dry clay. I'm rolling out the clay very thick, and I'm going to cut off the extra part so that it's flat from the bottom. Now I have another ball of clay and I'm rolling that out and I'm going to cut it in two. This is for the arms of the cactus. I don't know what you call it, but I'm going to call it the arms because they look like arms to me. And now I'm just attaching them on to the actual cactus and I'm going to blend it all in with my fingers. Using my blade, I'm making some indents so that it looks realistic. Unfortunately, you can't really see this on camera, but in person it does show up. I made two balls of black polymer clay and I'm popping those on for the eyes, and then for the smile I made a really thin snake of clay, curved it with my fingers and popped it on. I also made a tiny little flower. You just want to put 5 balls of clay, blend them together, and there's your flower. Moving on to the plate, you will be needing white polymer clay and I'm going to roll it out in a medium thickness. Next, you want to make a round circle. So I just took this random object here and then I took my X-Acto knife and I'm going to trim off the extra clay. To make it look like an actual bowl, take your clay and put it inside of the bowl. That way the clay will take the shape of the bowl, and when you take it out of the oven, it will be like a bowl. Here I have a random lid container that I have. It's like metal, so I can put it in the oven, and I'm just wrapping it on top. But if you don't have this, you can take a bowl and put your clay inside, and it will turn out like a bowl. I really hope that made sense, even though I'm pretty sure that did not make sense at all. Bake the cactus and the bowl in the oven for about 20 minutes. If you have any rough edges, you can take a nail file and file it down. Because I was feeling a bit fancy, I took some gold paint and I'm just painting that on the rim of the bowl. Finally, I'm going to glue on the cactus onto the bowl. Ta-da! Your jewelry display cactus bowl, or whatever you want to call it, is all done. Next, I'm going to show you how to make a lipstick holder using a normal box. Here I'm using a perfume box. This is my favorite perfume, by the way, and I'm going to cut it slanted, so you'll see how I cut it here. It was pretty easy to cut. To make the dividers, you will be needing cardboard foam, and you want to measure how wide your box is and cut it accordingly, and then you can take some glue and glue it on. By the way, I'm wearing a frozen bandage because I sliced open my finger while cutting some fruit, so yeah. Obviously, you can decorate your box however you like. I spray painted mine and then added this glitter tape to it. There is the completed lipstick holder. For our final DIY, I'm going to be showing you how to make emoji coasters. So for this, you will be needing some cork boards and you want to cut them round. I'm going to paint the cork yellow using some yellow acrylic paint. Now you can draw on whatever emoji that you like. I'm using acrylic paint again, but you can also use a Sharpie or markers for this. To make the coasters waterproof, you will be needing some kind of a sealant. I'm pretty sure you can use nail polish for this, but I'm using this clear glass spray that I have. I've seen people use white glue, but I'm not really sure about that. There are the completed emoji coasters, and that's pretty much it for today's video.
Thumbs up if you enjoy it, and I'm gonna go to get started. So first off, we have an ornament storage hack, and basically when I was younger, my mom would always put ours in like egg cartons or boxes, but the problem is over the years they kind of like, I don't know, they don't hold up very well and it's still easy for the ornaments to get broken. So if you use a Pringle container instead, it's got a more solid shape and it comes with a lid. That way they won't break or fall out. So moving on, the next one is for gift cards, and this is something I totally should do and always forget to do. So you can take a label or a post-it note or something and just place it on the gift card when you receive it, and then you can write the initial amount on it. And then once you use it, like the first, second, however many times you use it, you can write the new totals on there. That way you know exactly how much money is left on the card. So the next one is for wrapping Christmas lights. If you just like wrap them up in a ball, please don't do that. There's a better way to do it. So I'm taking a suede hanger. The suede ones are the best because the strands of lights literally do not move around at all. It will stay in place. Another thing is tying strings onto ornaments. There's a vlog actually where Adeline and I were doing this, and she tied them so quickly, but I could not do it at all. If you use a zip tie instead, I just got these from Target. It's literally so much easier, so much faster. I definitely recommend doing it that way instead. So another thing you should not do is toss out the trunk of your Christmas tree. You can actually use these pieces to create ornaments, and I'm going to show you how to really quickly. So you can take each little individual piece and then paint chalkboard paint on it, and I just did my best at like creating a circle. And then once you wait for it to dry, you can use chalk to just create little designs on it. And what's cool is that you can change them out like every year. So yeah, definitely don't waste your tree trunk. Like, use it because it makes really cute ornaments. You could even gift them. Boom, gift idea. So yeah. Another thing you could be doing wrong around Christmas is wasting refrigerator space, especially with like all of the leftovers from everybody cooking. So for example, if you have an egg container and you've used half of them, what you can do is actually just trim it, and you might need to use a knife in the middle part because it's like a little bit thicker, but you can just cut it in half, and this way you have more space and you don't have to waste it with all of those empty slots. So another thing you could be doing wrong is dealing with your tiny, uneven, not nice looking Christmas tree. For example, you can see mine is like madly uneven. So you can take tinsel and just get like the green one, or if you have like a white Christmas tree, get white one, that way it matches, and you can actually use this to make your Christmas tree look fuller. I know it sounds silly, but it actually works really, really well. So another thing that you could be doing wrong is leaving your wreath unprotected. Basically, even during the holidays, some people are not so nice and they might take your wreaths. On the inside of your door, place the command hook upside down and then take a piece of ribbon and just cut a small hole in it to hook to the command hook. So basically, when your wreath is hanging on the outside, it will be attached to the command hook on the inside, and this will resist. So if anyone tries to take it, hopefully they won't be able to. I'm not saying it's perfect. Another thing is storing wrapping paper. This is so much easier and like a better use of space. You can take either like I think these are like binder rings, or you can take like a shower hook or something and then take a little binder clip and basically just put them on the rings, and then you can hook your wrapping paper to it. I know this seems like a lot of work, but then once you store it for the rest of the year, you can literally just like hang it up. And I just put 4 rolls of wrapping paper on here, but you can even slide them down and put way more on there than what I actually did. Then you can see all of them, and I just think it's a good storage hack. So I know everyone is really particular about how they pack, so this is more just an idea for you. One of the things you can do is pack like outfit by outfit. So you can take your pants and put them on top of like a t-shirt, and then put the socks you plan on wearing with it on the edges of like where the sleeves are. Then you can just roll it up and then use the socks to actually just like, I don't even know what you would call this, but you like wrap it around, and then boom, that is